So, George and Mikey, thank you so much for joining us today. George, please tell us a little bit about your company and the services that you provide.
We started back in 2020 is when I started it. We do solar, everything solar related. So we can do hot water, we can do pool, we can do all of those. We mainly focus on solar, on PV panels, so solar electric. We do generators, backup, things like that, batteries. But we can do turf, we can do anything energy efficient. So anything that falls in line with that, we can do.
And how long have you been?
I've been doing solar since I believe it's 2002.
Okay.
And I've been doing electrical since the late 90s. I'm dating myself, but yeah, the late 90s. So it's been a long
And
time.
how did you hear about 21st Century Energy Center?
I kind of stumbled across it. I think we ran into somebody who was doing. I can't remember who it was exactly. One of a coworker, a colleague, said that they heard about this program, so we kind of checked it out, and I think we exchanged information. I think he gave me your information, and we kind of ran into all of that, and we started talking and interviewing people, and kind of went into it that way. I thought it was a really cool program. I thought it was. We have over the years used other programs, but I think it was a more robust program than we've used before, and I think it was a really good opportunity to pull some people that have some experience or at least have touched some things, so that when they get out there, they have a better understanding of what they're doing.
So, what motivated you to hire one of our graduates from the solar training?
The fact that they've, like I said, they've been exposed to everything. Mikey interviewed well. He had the drive and the want to. A lot of people anymore don't. I feel like they don't really have that drive. He answered all the questions right during the interview, but more importantly, he had paid attention. You guys gave him good reviews as far as that goes, and he seemed to have done well in the program. So that was a big deal. Just paying attention in the program means that he's going to pay attention at work. So that really carried a lot of weight to me. It said a lot about him in general, that he would take direction well.
Yeah.
And he would listen. So and that's really a big thing anymore. A lot of times we don't get that. We hope for the best, and a lot of times we don't always get that same end product. So, but other than me making him nervous all the time when I hover over him.
Yeah, I'm making him.
Other than making him nervous.
So we want to hear about Mikey now. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your background before taking the solar training.
So before taking this training, I was actually unemployed for 5 to 6 months, just exploring my options. And then I got a message about the school. I got sent a link to sign up, and I signed up because I didn't really have anything else to do at home. I was just sitting, exploring.
And what were you doing before you were unemployed?
Before I was unemployed, I was working at an Amazon warehouse in Shafter. Yeah.
So, and do you have to commute every day to work?
Or? Yes, I do.
Okay.
I drive myself. I'm coming from Wasco right now. Yeah.
Okay. And please share what training program you took here at 21st Century Energy Center.
Well, here I took 2 training programs. I took one for the EV chargers, and another one for the solar too, right after.
And what was the most valuable part about the training that you took here at our program?
The most valuable part, for sure, I want to say is the safety and the hands-on. Yeah, easily.
You feel like that's really something you've been able to apply on the job?
Yeah, a lot. Without that, it would have been harder to know where to start at with a lot of things, and to know where to look out for. Absolutely. And a lot of things like that. Yeah.
And then you guys do get the opportunity to do an actual solar install.
Yeah.
So we do have some really cool pictures of you up on a roof that we'll be sharing, so everybody could see.
All right, cool.
And then, what specific skills did you gain from the program? So can you think of a specific skill that you have been able to apply on the job?
For sure, teamworking, because I know you gotta work as a team a lot with that, because there's a lot of dangerous things that could happen, a lot of injuries, and power tools also. Yeah, I learned how to use power tools, because before I had barely any knowledge at all about it, and yeah, just how to move around a house and when all the dangerous things. Yeah.
Okay, and tell us what a day on the job looks like when you show up to work.
Okay.
What does your day look like?
So a day for me is I get to the shop, I clock in. We go into the shop, we start taking out the vans, cleaning everything out, and then we're getting everything ready for the next job that we're gonna do today, or if we're gonna continue a job, we get like the parts we need for the day. And then if not that, then we're asking our boss, our supervisor, what are we gonna do for the day, and yeah, we take off from there, either to go pick up some parts, go straight to the job, and then either pick up where we left off, or we started up a new job.
Yeah. So my last question to you, or one of my last questions is, what has been like the most exciting or the coolest element or aspect of your job that you've done so far? So I know you have got to experience installing solar when you went through our training, but is there something like actually on the job that you're like, oh, that was really cool, I really enjoyed it, or something new that I learned and I really enjoy it?
Yeah, well, for sure was it traveling, because like we do like a lot of traveling. Especially early on, we went up north a lot to Fresno, Hanford, Delano. We went all the way to Monterey.
Wow.
Let me see, Encino over there in the valley. Yeah, so it
So
seemed like a lot of new things.
Was it a project you guys were working on?
Yeah, in Encino, we were working on a project installing feet and rail to get it ready to rack the panels onto, and Monterey was just a service call. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know you did mention that Mikey is the youngest one at your company, right?
Yes.
So how is that? Are you learning a lot from everyone else?
Yeah, for sure. Right now it's like the kind of dynamic that we got is like I'm the nephew, and like everyone's older than me, so they're all my uncles.
They're all uncles.
Yeah, they're just all putting me up on a bunch of games, teaching me a lot every day.
Yeah,
it's cool. It's really cool over there.
That's really good to hear.
Yeah.
So my very last question to you is, would you recommend this training program, and who do you think would benefit from taking our training?
Yeah, for sure, I'd recommend it because it opens up like a lot more alleys and like opportunities to people, and for anybody, for real. It can be somebody fresh out of high school, like a 30 to 40-year-old person, a man or woman. It doesn't matter. We had some girls in our class too. Like, you guys don't really care about that. You guys are willing to take in like any type of person. Anyone trying to learn. Yeah.
That's great. Okay, well, that's all I have. Do you guys any last thoughts you guys want to share?
I don't think so. I mean, I think it's a great program. I think that we got lucky with Mikey. He shows up on time, and if he's the type of student you kick out, then I think he shows up. I mean, he drives a half an hour. What is it? A half hour every day to come to work, and he's on time every day. I mean, he's always willing to stay and to do more. It is nice to be able to put him out and not have a completely new guy. So I think it's a really good program, at least to introduce them to. So even if it's an introductory, just this is Solar 101 for you, and then we get them and can fine tune some of that stuff. I think it's a really good program.
Well, we appreciate that. Yeah. And actually, I do have one more thought. Did you actually think that after taking our training, you were gonna get a solar job right away after you took our training?
I'm gonna be honest, no. I didn't, but I don't know. I just went into it, like not having really the highest expectations, because there's a lot of people too, a lot of smart people that are willing to, put in a lot of hours to learn a lot, and I don't know. I feel like I just got lucky.
Well, you put in the work and it paid off, so that's great. Okay, well, thank you both so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.